be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
What up? It is EOB with another exciting week in the world of mixed martial arts. And this weekend we were supposed to see a super fight, a Mother's Day super fight if you will. Nick Diaz and Etsema, and Diaz no-showed. Now there's some conversation about Etsema not making the 180 weight limit, but here's what I think. I agree with Dana White, shouldn't be surprised that Diaz didn't show. My problem is not that his opponent made or didn't make weight. Here's my issue. People paid money to see this super fight. The proceeds from this super fight were supposed to go to St. Jude's Hospital. So not showing up 8 minutes before the fight's supposed to happen, to me, is ridiculous. And I get it. He's totally unprofessional. He does what he wants, and that's kind of been his thing. I don't care what the argument is as far as why you wouldn't get on the mat. I always thought the 209 just would fight anybody anytime, unless you don't make weight. To me, you needed to get on the mat, or at least cancel it Saturday morning so the rest of us didn't have to sit there waiting for a stream that never happened. That's really all I got on that. Let's get on to UFC on Fuel. Main event could be a great one. Korean Zombie taking on Dustin Porier. Dustin Porier is flawless except for one loss to Danny Castillo. The Korean Zombie, that famed loss to Leonard Garcia that he revenged with the twister, the first ever twister in the UFC. And then, of course, the head kick he took from George Root, but George really hasn't done much in the UFC, so not much he's going to revenge on that one. So Tuesday night, he's going to take on Dustin Porier. The awesome thing about this, both these guys are well-versed grapplers. Could be some really, really fascinating Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu happening when they get to the cage floor. Or we could see a standing war because, of course, the Korean Zombie had great luck in his hands knocking out Mark Hominick his last time around. And both of these guys are in line for the number one contendership. Danny Castillo, absolutely, if he wins this one, should get a shot at the title. And the Korean Zombie, if he wins this one, certainly makes a case for it. I am a huge Korean Zombie fan. This is going to be a tough fight for him. I would love for him to take this and go for the title. It's going to be tough. Dustin is amazing on the ground. Korean Zombie hasn't been tapped yet, so this could be the first time he gets tapped. Or he could get Dustin standing and knock him out cold, get him into twister. Anything could happen. I think Dustin's probably going to win this one, as much as I would love to see the Korean Zombie walk away with this one. I just think Dustin might have the tools to put away the Korean Zombie. Perhaps maybe for the first time since the head kick. The Cowboy, Donald Cerrone, taking on Jeremy Stephens. This is one that could be pretty one-sided, actually. Jeremy Stephens hits pretty hard. He could end this one violently standing up. However, he's got some problems with some high-level grapplers, and Donald Cerrone is one high-level grappler. That guillotine he's got is absolutely sick. So I think that he's going to take it to the ground and finish it however he wants to. Jeremy Stephens obviously going to want to keep it standing. Cerrone can hang right there. He's not worried about keeping it standing. He does, however, really enjoy the ground. And once he gets to the ground, it's going to be all Cerrone all day long. Cerrone by submission. Amir Sadala and George Lopez. This is one that took a while to get set up and eventually fell into everyone's lap as Amir Sadala and George Lopez. It looks pretty much like it's going to be a walk-away fight for Amir Sadala. Amir Sadala, one of the rarities in the UFC, one of the guys who has not fought in any other professional organization. He's only fought in the UFC, and he's probably going to get a notch on his belt on Tuesday night. As George Lopez has fought once in the UFC and lost. He has 5 KOs of his 11 victories, and the rest of them are unanimous decisions. So it seems to me not a lot known about this kid, but if he can't tag you standing, he's going to just try and wear you down and win the decision. Amir has added a lot of tools to the toolbox. He's got the jiu-jitsu that's really, really good. His Muay Thai has come, wow, has it come a long way. So I think he's going to be able to vary up the attacks enough and walk away with a decisive victory on Tuesday night for UFC on Fuel. Catch the results on Way of the Warrior on Friday, and then we head, headlong into that heavyweight, whatever it's going to end up being. If there aren't any more injuries, you know what the lineup's going to be, but let's make no bones about it. We got 2 weeks left. It could very well end up being the Korean Zombie fighting Mark Hunt for all we know. We'll talk about it Friday. It's Way of the Warrior.